baker. Early start today. Ready for my 6-minute commute? I'm gonna take you guys with me to work today. It is 4 in the morning, my average start time. We're gonna go bake some fun stuff. Anybody want a cheesesteak at 4 in the morning? They're still available. 24/7. Even at 4 a.m. people are out here getting down. Rough roads. Oh, that one hurt. So why do bakers start so early in the day, one might ask? There's one main reason, because things that you bake often need to proof. And that's the act of the dough rising. That doesn't happen very fast. It usually takes 2 to 3 hours. So we get in at 4 in the morning so that we can shove all of our food in a proof box, which is this like temperature controlled, humidity controlled kind of environment. And we usually don't even start baking until 5, 6, 7 in the morning. Alright, final stretch. Let's go make some fun stuff. first get in the morning, I have a bunch of pastries that I leave in my proof box. And I leave them in there overnight so they get nice and proofed because they take a long time to proof. The average croissant takes 2 to 3 hours when cold. And that's if the box is running. And what a proof box does is it creates humidity and heat. It's like a nice 90 degrees. It's kind of like a hot summer day in Florida. That's basically what a proof box is if you stuck it inside a box. So I leave a bunch of stuff in there, and when I get in the morning, it's ready to go right in the oven. So I just egg wash it, finish it with its garnishes if it needs garnishes, like the ham and cheese croissant gets sesame seed, black pepper, salt. But then I have some other doughs that proof very fast because they're thin. This is one of the examples. This is a little strawberry Danish, and it's a much thinner pastry, so it proofs quickly. So those go in the box right when I arrive in the morning. I pull all the old stuff out that's been in overnight. I put the new stuff in. It's kind of like a little cycle. So this is the second round of egg wash. For the second round of pastries. This is where it gets fun too. These are the more complicated ones, decadent. So this strawberry Danish, I'm piping in a nice pastry cream. For those of you who don't know what pastry cream is, it's basically Bavarian. If you get yourself a Boston cream donut at your favorite donut spot, that's what's inside. We just call it pastry cream in my world because it's neutral. It's the base to a lot of other things. So it could be many things. Like if I mix pastry cream with whipped cream, it's a diplomat. If I mix pastry cream with butter, it's a mousseline. It's a mother situation, like a mother dough or a mother sauce. Pastry has mother sauces too. So this is going to be a strawberry Danish. It's officially spring in Philadelphia, so we just made a savory Danish. This is going to get topped with a savory cream cheese filling and some asparagus. So I make a little concoction of cream cheese, egg yolk, milk, chili flakes. Basically, it's a savory cheesecake. I took the theory of a cheesecake and I turned it into a Danish filling. Because I've really been having fun with savory pastries lately. I've always very much been a sweet chef. I specify in sugar. But as you progress, it's fun to try new things. So now that I'm in this morning bake life, I'm trying to do something a little bit more breakfast oriented. Because I've always worked in dinner restaurants and specifically focused on desserts, plated desserts, the thing you would order after your nice dinner meal. But in the morning you don't always want sweet. Sometimes you want savory. So this is just a flat piece of croissant dough. Just take croissant dough, sheet it out to a certain thickness, cut it to a nice rectangle, and then proof it. It's doubled in height since I started proofing it. I have some blanched asparagus here. And we just place it on top of our cream filling, our cream cheese filling. Depending on the size of the asparagus, I can get 2 or 3 on them. These guys are pretty fat, so we're going to just do 2 because they are grande. But if I had skinny ones, I would go 3. We'll go 3 on this guy. By the way, sorry if the audio is poor. I'm running a hood vent system and my oven is pretty loud, so it is what it is. I might be able to filter it out with some kind of audio stuff in post-production, but I doubt it. Because I'm going straight off the GoPro today. I didn't bring any secondary audio recorder. Because it doesn't matter. We're just here to have fun. It's 5 in the morning. Alright, that's the asparagus. Ready for the oven. My last order of business, my absolute favorite pastry in this world. This has a proper name. It's called a pain suisse. What it really means, though, is chocolate chip pastry cream filled Danish. It is a croissant dough. You make it into a long rectangle, then you pipe some sweet pastry cream we just talked about, and you put chocolate chips down. So it's like a chocolate chip creamy filled croissant. And it's just out of this world. So it's going to go in the oven now. And then when it's 90% baked, I pull it out, dust it with some caramel dust, put it back in, caramelize the entire top. Crispy, delicious. It's dreamy. Going in. Alright, the last one's coming out of the box. Traditional croissants always take the longest to proof because they're just layered up so much. That does it. Back in they go for another couple minutes to caramelize. Alright, it's time to finish them. This is my favorite part. I think you guys will enjoy this part too. It's where it all comes together at the end. So my business isn't even open today. All the pastries that you've been seeing me make are for our wholesale accounts. So I come in super early in the morning and I have these things in crates and on a truck by 7:15 a.m. Alright, we've created all of this. Now it's time to finish it and pack it up. So we make a homemade Pop-Tart here. It's this really fun dough. It's kind of like making a puff pastry. It's got spelt in it. It's different. We fill it with a raspberry kind of filling and then make a fun, bright icing to top it. Do some lines across it, and then I'm going to use a fun old school technique of dragging a knife through to give it some swirls. Once those two icings meld together, take the tip of a nice sharp knife and just kind of drag through gently. The result is pretty cool, and it's so simple. Simple is always key. Even simple things look fancy. Alright, Pack-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are ready to pack. Up next, let's glaze our strawberry guys. So I have a little strawberry glaze that I've prepared. Just like to give the strawberries a little extra something, and I like to paint the pastry to get that flavor all over it so that the first bite you take into the pastry, you have that strawberry flavor hit you right away. It's all about the little things. You know, the dough is delicious by itself, but it's accented by that extra flavor. In they go. Alright, we'll finish our asparagus. This one is pretty simple. Just a little sea salt. These babies baked beautiful though. They're such a nice eat. I love eating these. It's not always about sweet. Sometimes you want asparagus for breakfast, you know? I don't know if it goes with coffee too well, but we aren't all coffee drinkers, right? Get those guys in there. This is a classic one. The twice bake. This is a croissant that I baked yesterday. Then I sliced it open, stuffed it with some almond frangipane, and baked it again. It's delightfully hearty. When I go camping, I take these with me because they're shelf stable like no other, and there's like a lot of protein packed in them from the nuts. So they're my favorite campsite morning breakfast. All right. Let's glaze our pain à raisin. This is another classic one. You can find a pain au raisin on almost any brunch menu or any cafe, like bakery style menu. It's a good one. It's classic for a reason. It's delicious. So I just finish it with a little orange marmalade. Something I finish the next one with too. The next one is like a pain au raisin, but it's a little more deluxe. Beautiful. All right. Where are you at, pistachio? There you are. So this is our white chocolate pistachio Danish. Same exact idea as the pain au raisin, but it's got a lot more going on inside. We have an orange cardamom pastry cream, ground pistachios, white chocolate chips, glazing it with an orange marmalade. I'm going to finish it with some more ground pistachios on top. Not only for an added crunch, but also to let the people know what's going to be on the inside. Because it's good to kind of demonstrate what someone should expect when they're going to bite into something. Plus, it's a vibrantly beautiful green color. Beautiful. Alright. Remember that one I told you is my favorite? Here's the finished product. So some of the stuff likes to spill out, but that is just beautiful. Golden brown, caramelized, filled with pastry cream and chocolate chips. Love it. So I just kind of pick off some of that extra caramel that caramelized on the sheet tray next to the pastry. Clean it up a little bit, because nobody needs the burnt ends. I know some people like the burnt ends, but I, for one, do not. I want the stuff that's on the inside. So I remove it for them. Can I fit anything else in here? Maybe. Let's get the caramel crunch buns in there. So these are just a really simple pastry. It's like a croissant made into a very thin strip and then rolled up like a cinnamon roll, and then we caramelize the top. We just call them a caramel crunch bun. We pitched these as a perfect complement to coffee. All right, rack number 1 done. Let's get rack number 2. This is one of our classics. A cinnamon swirl brioche. It's a giant bun. It's laminated with butter, so it's super, super soft. But it's also leavenated, so it just grows. When I start this morning, it's this tall, and it just keeps going up and up and up. But it's basically a giant cinnamon roll. Just a little bit more subdued, not so decadent, more light and fluffy. Classic pain au chocolat, also known as a chocolate croissant. Got some lemon poppy scones. Everybody loves a scone. We really have quite a variety here. And I'm not even doing everything today. It's Monday morning. This is a light day. Oh, more savory. I absolutely love this one. I just put this one on the menu not too long ago. Ham and cheese croissant. Super, super strong Gouda cheese. A nice ham that we get from a local butcher. Laminated inside a croissant, topped with sesame seeds, salt and pepper. It's delicious. I usually eat one of these in the morning. I often pull an extra one just for myself. And last but not least, the classic croissant. And that just about does it. Let's get them on the truck. It's time to do some dishes. Alright, so that's a wrap for today. It's 12:51 p.m. I'm off work. It's my Friday. And the world is my oyster. Getting up at 3 in the morning to start at 4 isn't the easiest thing in the world, but it has its advantages. So I'm gonna go get into something fun. Maybe take a little afternoon ride, grab some lunch along the way. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the little pastry day in the life. It's different, not the worst job in the world. Comes with its downsides, of course, like any type of work, but I think that there are much harder jobs out there and definitely much less rewarding jobs. I enjoy it. I hope you guys did too. See you in the next one.